Welcome dear viewers, I'm xnick and here I am in Magic Arena again. Let's get this done. Last time in the draft run we ended up with a pack that had in it the Haphazard Bombardment, and I commit to make a deck around this card. This one is a very funny card, and I don't think it's too powerful, but when this enters the battlefield, choose 4 non-enchantment permanents you don't control, put an aim counter on each of them, and at the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more permanents you don't control have an aim counter on them, destroy one of those permanents at random. Yeah, I could try to make a deck with this in mind, but I still don't have all the resources. I've been using some of the wild cards to improve the chances here. For instance, I made 1 copy of Release to the Wind, exiles target non-permanent, and for as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may cast it without paying its mana cost, and the purpose here is to target our enchantment with that spell, which in turns lets you replay this one to get 4 new permanents. As a matter of fact, if this could be played, then you can remove perhaps some of the threats, but the random aspect is quite amusing here. Now, to go alongside this, I decided to go blue and red first, but it wasn't working too well, so I added white because I think I have an historic sub-team. Historic spells are all legendary cards, all artifacts, and some sagas. There are no sagas enchantments in this deck, but there's a lot of historic synergies. The Assistant, Diligent Excavator. Whenever you cast a historic spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard, which is lovely. Then we have also 1 copy of Raff, Capashen, Ship's Mage, flash, flying, 3/3, and you may cast historic spells as though they had flash. And anything else? Well, I used 1 wild card to get the Tezzeret, so because I was expecting to play lots of artifacts, then I was going to try to make use of the artifacts. So let's give it a try. I don't like the very strong Planeswalkers. I think this is fine for me. And then, of course, lots of things. Squee, one of my favorite cards, very powerful. You may cast Squee the Immortal from your graveyard or from exile. It's very hard to get rid of this Goblin, and it will take something like a stealing effect or an aura that impedes this one from attacking. Well, that's a major aspect of this. Then the rest of the deck tries to draw cards. We have 1 Settle the Wreckage, my single copy. I could carry more of this if I can. And some mana fixing, some drawing. This is a very amusing, flexible artifact I like. It's like a walking ballista in some aspects. This enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. On average 2. We can get it up to 3 if we have we are splashing white, so we should, late game, we should be easily have this entering with 3 counters, but we also have some cards that produce any color of mana, so sometimes it can have more than 3 counters. Let's see how this goes. Get you and find an opponent and try to do something. The deck is not powerful, but we're trying to have some fun and trying to play that expensive enchantment, and we are going to be very happy if we just get to find it if we get to draw it. Let's keep this hand because we have double Siren Storm Tamers and Sparring Construct and the Skyscanner. Skyscanner is a 1/1 flyer that draws a card when it enters the battlefield. The Storm Tamer is a very significant thing that can counter some spells that is targeting us or our creatures. So I'm going to start with the Sparring Construct, which I think I can be attacking with this guy, because when it dies, it gives a +1/+1 counter to one of my creatures. Let's drop this Highland Lake, just in case. If we have a mountain, this enters untapped. Next turn we are going to be able to play the Skyscanner. This is pretty annoying. If we hit this thing, it is going to grow larger, so we have to kill it, and we currently can't. So let's pass the turn, let the opponent attack us. Maybe we can double block. Probably it's not too wise to do it. Uh-oh, now it's a 5/5, no blockers still. Now I hope to find something cool. I need to draw. It would be nice to be able to play this, but Squee also is a good option to block these large creatures over and over. Yeah, we could play this for x = 0, but we're not going to do so. Combat, swing with this, end the turn. Of course, the enchantment in this scenario would be very nice to find, if we of course can cast it. I don't think I want to. So now the opponent, I expect the opponent is playing auras over this, so I'm going to try to block some damage, make this one larger, but drop the counters on the Skyscanner. There we are. Another of one of these. The next turn we could play the Tezzeret. So let's. You can have a 3/3 with this. So let's do it. And it opens the way to sacrifice. Do I care to imagine? I think I'm going to do this. X = 3. Yeah, have here 1, 2, and 3. 3 different colors. There we are. And proceed to combat. Attack with this, and maybe this. Just in case, I'm going to leave this thing on defense. I don't think we are going to win the race. This can give the opponent tokens if he uses the enchantments on it. Okay. Now I'm worried about the opponent locking down my blockers with some enchantments. What to do here? I think I need to block this 7/7 for sure. Do I take 4? I think I'm going to block here like this. Alright, 2 of them could be pretty good to me, for me to play these 2. I can pay 3 mana, tap this and kill something. So I think we are going to go for that. Let's drop one of these, just in case the opponent tries to enchant my creatures. Pass the turn, try to at the very least kill the Druid of Horns, take 9. Uh-oh, no, that's... I think that game I should have killed that thing, but I need a blocker. Okay. Block. How are we going to do this? Block. I'm going to put this here and you here. 2 blockers. I'm thinking I want to block this. 3 on this thing. Goodbye. Yeah, we are at 3 life. We have Squee finally, but a little bit too late. Anyways, maybe we survive. Maybe we find another white mana source, and maybe we get to settle the wreck. Settle the wreckage. I would love to have drawn this earlier, but here I'm just delaying the 11. This a single card single-handedly killed me. Okay, this is the additional mana source. I can play Tezzeret, draw a card. But I don't have enough life gain to save me, so let's go with one Squee, one excavator, one additional excavator, and that should be a game. Let's get to the next game. Let's see if we can have a better start. Too bad, but don't worry, guys. We knew the deck was not that powerful. Let's see. Hopefully we'll get to display some more amusing interactions. Come on, give me a nice slow opponent. I want to play my powerful cards. I don't want to be aggro. Fight with fire on the opening hand. I think we keep this. Yeah, it's a better start now. Get the. This is going to let me scry next turn, unless the opponent immediately removes my 1/1 flyer. But if the opponent is spending removal, so be it. Navigator's Compact later. Let's scry first thing first. We don't have the land, but do I care? Because the Skyscanner draws me a card. I'm going to keep that thing at the top, which is slowing down my mana. But I don't want to pass on the opportunity of playing the Skyscanner. We are going to still play this next turn. The opponent with white and perhaps black. No, it's white and red, so extremely aggressive deck with Boros Challenger. I don't know why everyone plays the same. At a given day, all the players are using the same style of decks. Let's keep that one. Top, a slow land. Probably the deck would greatly improve if I could find my my best lands. To attack with the bird. Yeah, most of the dual lands in this deck are going to enter tapped, and that's a very massive drawback to play with multiple colors. So hopefully when the collection gets better, we get better lands to use. Here comes the attack. If he attacks here, I think he's going to try to kill my bird with this attack, but I'm going to block here, put the counter on the bird. Bird gets killed with a instant. No, it lived. Oh, first strike, vigilance, lifelink, everything. I think I'm going to play this with 2. I can wait one more turn to use this, but next turn I want to play one of the Skyscanners or the Fight with Fire. So let's do this. Red plus blue. Scry, that goes into our top. We need mana, I believe. Pass the turn. I'm going to leave this on block. just to scare the opponent, because this guy has first strike, this guy has mentor. Oh no, now we cannot kill this thing because the mentor is going to give a +1/+1 counter on Danitha. Resolve. Well, this guy was going to get the sacrifice anyway, so I'm going to block, double block here. Still take 3 and the opponent gains 3. Well, we lose only one of them, probably the bird. Artificer's assistant, you had a nice run, but it is now over. That's my turn. The game is waiting for me to activate the Navigator's Compass. This is a sorcery, could become stronger later in the game. Let's play the Skyscanner here. Prying Blade. Well, I'm not going to tap this for 1 damage. Do I? No. Let's drop this now. Spend the mana efficiently. Move to combat, but do nothing. And there we are. Now, I don't think I'm going to be blocking here, because honestly I just lose my creature. Another mentor thing. First strike. Trample. Oh no. Oh well, this we can kill with the Chamber Sentry. Block, no blockers. First strike damage. My turn. Another land. Do I play it? I think I'm going to get rid of that thing before anything strange happens. This guy, another guy with first strike, drop the island. Pass the turn. Attacking with the Prying Blade equipped gives me treasures, which are artifacts that can be used for mana, but the opponent is going very aggressive. Oh no, the opponent must equip something, so we are going to wait and kill whatever the opponent equips. Pay 1. Take care of that thing before the, well, he could maybe, no, he could try to save the thing, so maybe I should have spent all the counters killing that thing. He's now equipping this other thing. Yeah. Now this has a protection of 2 damage. Pass the turn. Are we blocking that thing? Not yet. We might need our blockers for later. Sparring Construct, let's draw first. Another land, okay. Now I'm going to equip you, Skyscanner. Proceed to combat. Attack with the Skyscanner, hopefully connects and we get a treasure. Which means that I have access to double white in case we find our expensive white spells. Other than those white spells, we don't really need. Well, we can use the treasure to return the sentry from the graveyard, which is actually a nice idea. We have to pay 1 of each color to return the chamber sentry from the graveyard to our hand. So here we just drop the construct. We could later on move the counter on the chamber sentry, actually. That would be somewhat interesting. But to kill this with damage, we need to make 4. That's going to be kind of hard to do. And the opponent probably runs stuff to enlarge the creature. Conclave Tribunal. Oh no! What is he going to exile? The Skyscanner. Well, I could kill my scanner, but I don't think it is worth it. Oh no, the blade. I wanted to... He was targeting the equipment. No, you monster. And combat opponent does not attack because probably he knows that I could block with the Sparring Construct. Let's put it to my turn. Release to the wind. If I want to, I can draw an additional card by using this thing. I can attack with this. Now let's go to combat. Attack with these two. I want to draw now because I can also use this as protection in case the opponent is trying to kill some of my guys, but this is my only card now. I think I want to find something with more juice. I'm going to... So the game has paused, which is with that information we know the opponent has seal away stuff, so he wants to take away my scanner, and we cannot... Well, we can kill our Skyscanner. Let's do it. Goodbye, Skyscanner. Ha ha ha. I killed you. End the game. Now we have the sentry on the graveyard, which makes it possible to return it to my hand. Okay. Well, this was a good thing. I was very worried about this. I was reading, so he can pay 1 red and tap to discard a draw, then discard a card and draw. And also he can pay 2 and a red and tap to deal 4 damage to target creature. Block with you, of course. We're going to have a large Skyscanner. There we are. Damage. The game waits for the navigator's compass to equips, resolve, and turn. Scare Prospector. So why can I want to return this to my hand. Yeah. I don't have green. Uh-oh. I don't have green mana. Oh. Well, I don't have 5 different colors yet. Well, yeah, I do. I was what I was thinking. Please, turn into a forest. I knew that I was... Yeah. Sorry. Now you are going to return the hand. Okay, I can kill my goblin to give 1 red mana to play the sentry. I can play this for 1 counter. Let's pass the turn. I imagine the opponent is going to try to sacrifice this to kill the Skyscanner. No, he swaps the land for a something that we hope is not too problematic for us. Please. Now it would be a nice time to find that nice enchantment of ours. Please, are you the card number 43? Because that will change the entire game, please. Another enchantment. Oh boy. do I take 4? Well, yeah, I'm going to take 4 because the opponent can kill one of my creatures with this. Well, there, that was not. Okay, now we can play this for 5, which is actually nice because okay, yeah, green and Sentry for x equals 5. We want to produce a black and that's green, white, red, blue. And I don't know why the game does not realize what I'm trying to play here. Maybe he was wondering if I wanted to kill my goblin to produce red mana. No attackers here. Now we have a guy that can block this, but of course, with this Pyromancer, he tapped the Pyromancer. He could have attacked me and tried to kill my artifact, but probably the opponent wants to preserve his guys at this stage. I guess. The land is not going to do much for me. I'm going to attack with the flyer to put some pressure on the opponent. End the turn, holding the card in hand because I don't need to play this at this point, and I prefer to bluff. Make the opponent wonder what I'm holding in hand, and by having the Navigator's Compass, the opponent it's harder for the opponent to tell if this is an instant or not, because the game waits for me to activate the Navigator's Compass. It shouldn't matter too much in a game with real cards, but in a digital world, it has sometimes. It has an impact depending on if your opponent is good or not. That effect is more significant if your opponent knows what's going on. Okay, he's trying to so let's try to get rid of that thing before the enchantment happens. Take that Novice Knight. Resolved. In the end we removed the Pyromancer from the board, and the other thing resolved. The opponent conceded before we got to our good part of the deck. Okay, probably he was expecting to being able to kill my artifact before it happens, but even if the opponent kills my artifact, we were now in a position that we could fetch it back from the graveyard. It was going to be slow, spending 5 mana to recover that to our hand, and then we need to play it again. But the opponent was empty-handed, so in the end it will work in our favor. I like recurring cards. Okay. Look at this guy, Tajik, Legion's Edge, prevent all non-combat damage that will be dealt to other creatures. Let's keep this as we are able to play our entire hand provided we have enough time. I'm going to drop this first, or if I play this, it counts as both mountains and plains, which makes it possible for me to play a 2-drop in case I draw something. So let's drop, enters tapped, which depending on, we are not going to be, maybe depending on our draw, Izzet Guildgate. So what is more important here, to play this now or to play our Legion's Edge? The opponent is going with white-blue, which are colors pointing towards a deck quite similar. There are many shared cards in the opponent's deck to mine if he's going with artifacts and historics. I think this is one of the pre-made decks. Well, at least it looks like. Oh, nice! The encyclopedia. Let's play with the Legion's Edge. Now, non-combat damage in blue-white is not going to matter, but we have haste. I'm going to attack with this. Let's see, do you want to double block? Please do double block. So just blocking with 1, 2 of them. We kill both. Nice trade. We don't want to take the damage from the cheap damage from the flyer. Could be problematic in the end. Skyscanner! I knew it. This pretty much looks like our thing. Okay. Now what? I'm going to play the bird. We can block the Skyscanner, but probably now we don't want to block the Skyscanner, because if we draw another untapped land, we can play Tezzeret and create. Oh, now definitely not blocking thing, because now becomes a 3/3 with indestructible. No blockers. Okay. Whenever one of or more creatures you control deal combat damage to player, create a colorless treasure artifact. I think we want to draw here. Get some scry, get some mana. Going with the treasures. Attack with this. Think I'm going to have to use the Fight with Fire on this guy, or maybe we get to kick the thing. It's 9 mana to kick the Fight with Fire, but if the game goes long enough, we could get there. We have 5 here. We are going to be producing more, provided we get to connect. Oh no, Azor! I cannot play the Fight with Fire now. Nor my planeswalkers. Pretty much I can't play anything. Chamber Sentry on the top. Okay. Siren, Stormcaller. Pass my turn. I'm going to need I would like to draw something such as the an instant that can exile all the attackers. Would be nice to find. Resolve, opponents destroying how many? I'm going to tap down to draw 4 cards. Maybe he doesn't want to draw that many. Now we can cope with the Skyscanner, but this Azor, we don't have the means to remove it yet, unless we somehow get that much. Well, if this flips someday, Storm the Bolt, we need to have 5 or more artifacts at the end step, and that would provide us with a lot of mana. So with taking that into account, I'm going to keep our artifacts in play. Not blocking here, take 6, because we want to keep blockers for the large guy. He decided not to go for draw or life. Interesting. Okay, it returns. He wanted to play this, which is kind of weird. There's a land. You can take down this thing if the opponent doesn't happen to run some counter spells. It seems that he has a counter spell somehow. I'm not going to spend my treasure, am I? I could attack, release to the wind. Yeah, let's try to find the answers to the opponent's threats. Oh no! Only problem is now I'm out of treasures to play two things, but anyways, go Skyscanner and hope for the best. You can play for no mana this Chamber Sentry and turn. Not looking good. Temporal Machinations. Now we are dead. That white and blue deck, I think this was one of the most interesting pre-made decks that I've seen. The other decks are pretty much straightforward. Not much. We don't have to think too much what to do. Let's try probably our last attempt to drop. We haven't even drawn that enchantment that we are looking for. Come on, game, give me the nice cards. Repeating Barrage. I'm going to have to mulligan this hand. Because opponent goes first. Let's mulligan. That's a keeper. Probably this crying land is good. So we have. We're looking a slow start, but we're looking forward to arrive into our 3 and 4 things. Maybe the Sai. It's a legendary creature that is going to provide us with some minions. Okay, this. If this guy doesn't hit the bin and stays around, it could prove very relevant for the game. Opponent going with white plus black, lots of life gain, lots of vampires. He could kill me without attacking with using such a deck. Need to play this, so we at least have a blocker for this. I don't care if I lose this guy, but it's nice to have around. I'm going to have to use fire on the Prying Blade unless we find our Squee. Probably a combat trick is waiting for me here, but I prefer the opponent spending cards at this point. It was a bluff. He wanted just to pass through with this thing. And we're going to take care of the Prying Blade before it gets out of reach. Okay, never mind. But we forced the opponent to spend the card that he could have used before to try to kill our Thopterist, which was kind of strange. He would hold onto this. I was tapped down, right? Yeah. Now we have an issue. No, well, I'm going to block, of course I'm blocking the 2/2. Hit 5 this time. Now we're going to have... okay. The Thopter has arrived. A new land that enters untapped. So far it's not going to be doing much for us. Pass the turn. We could sacrifice 2 artifacts. If I block, I deny life link if I sacrifice the artifacts. Attack. But on the other hand, I can draw some cards here. To block here, and yes, you block here. You block here. 3 blockers. We're going to kill everything because we, besides drawing, we deny the lifelink from this thing, so the primate does not grow that large. And also, if we find that wreck, please. Okay. We are going to play. I shouldn't have dropped the land, but anyways, get more Thopters. I could repeat the shenanigans I did just now. I could try to kill one of these 2, but the opponent, if the opponent finds a land, something large is going to show up. So let's try to kill one of these 2/2s. Okay, lands, no attackers. 6 mana, getting closer. We need 9 to kick the fight with fire. Now we could kill one of these things, but now the opponent has 3 lands. Pretty much scarier than before, because now he can murder our things and do lots of things. He has 6 cards up there that he couldn't play before with just 2 lands. Okay. Oh, well, that was pretty much expected. So let's think about this. We want to take care. I need 3 artifacts to draw 2 cards. I need to block this. I'm not going to play the Tezzeret. Yeah. I'm not playing Tezzeret, so let's do it like that. Oh boy. Now, X. It's a 4 mana, we can do this for X equal 2 or 3. Do I have any 1? Well, there are a number of 1-drops, but of course the hopes of drawing are less. Whenever you cast a Historic spell, return target creature with... yeah, that would be useful if I can resolve this and play something, but hopefully we can block one more swing. Let's do 2, and if we find a 1-drop, we're going to be happy. Only lands, no attackers, and now it's all up to the Skyscanner to save my neck. This is going to be dreadful. 7. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, well, well. So we have 7 mana, right? And our cards are a bit too expensive. Fight with Fire for 3. I need to play this untapped. Ouch! I'm going to drop you. Give me a Thopter. Haha, a Thopter to stop them all and fight with fire on you. We are still in the game, but not for long. Uh-oh. Here comes the pain. Yeah, of course we are blocking. Well, I could let the thing attack Tezzeret and let it be. But no, okay, here comes a little bit of life. Not going to complain. Tap for blue. Return this. I could return the Sai or the Skyscanner. I think at this point Sai is going to give me more board presence. Manalith. We return now Skyscanner. Nice, thank you. And do I have... I can play this and play the Excavator. And I'm going to add more Thopters over here. And move to combat, pass the turn. Well, that emblem would be nice to find if we were able, because that emblem is going to give me the enchantment, the bombardment. But we need to have Tezzeret at 9th loyalty, which is going to take 3 more turns, provided it doesn't get a hit. And we also need to leave... if the opponent has drain life cards, we are not going to last too long. Okay, that is going to damage the opponent, but he's sitting at 35 life. He draws 4 cards, loses 4 life. That's a very good card for the opponent. 5 mana for 4, just good stats. And we are going to block with this Skyscanner, actually, because it goes. If this goes to the graveyard, we might return this with the shard. Is very powerful. Oh no! I'm going to have to draw instead of instead of charging the loyalty. Oh, the Azor. That's nice. Let's play the assistant first. Azor, you were killing me last game, and hopefully now we get to change the tide. We are going to mill this player, of course. Take back one of the Skyscanners. And that goes to the top. And now the opponent cannot play... he can't play non-creature spells, which is kind of cool. Now we have protection from... Okay, take this. Get my Thopter back. Release to the wind. Yeah, maybe we can use it to save a critical creature. I cannot activate this. Let's play this. More things that we can fetch from the graveyard. Now this is looking like a board now. Oh yes, please. I have a flash creature now, upcoming next turn. Move to combat. Attack. No, because just in case the opponent happens to run something that can destroy tapped creatures, we don't need to attack here. We just need to wait for that bombardment to show up, and then we're going to be happy. And sending these things to the graveyard is going to be very useful. We can kill them with the Sai, which draws us the cards. We can probably I want to attack with the Azor anyways, so I'm out of range of nasty. Oh, lifelink. That's not in the normal deck, I think. We're going to block with this. Actually, we can block with 2 of them. Do I? Yeah, just block with 2. Just for the sake of sending them to the graveyard, so we have targets for Tezzeret, Ancestor's Apostle. Move to my turn. We have this with lifelink, flash. So we're going to send the Azor to attack. The question is, I need to pay 3 plus X equals pay. Yes, take action. How much? I want to leave 4 mana, so let's say 4. It's a nice number here. Tab 2 islands. 2 of the. If we find that goblin, I need to pay blue, white, and another blue too, because that's the basic aspect. What else? What am I missing? Didn't I? Yeah, yes, Squee. That's what I was wanting to have. I don't have enough. Okay. Why can't I play the Squee? Why? What's going on? I want to play this. Because I'm attacking. That's why. So if I play Squee, I drop out the release. But anyways, I'm going to get the things from the graveyard, draw a bunch of things. At this point I should have something that lets me hold more than 7 cards in hand. Another artifact that goes on top for sure. We are forcing the opponent to lose cards here. At this point I don't think we need the bombardment anyways. Drop the this. Let's drop this. More. Done. So many triggers going on. Get back that thing. Draw something. Oh, that is good thing we are not doing this on paper, because that would be pretty hard to keep track. That is the card that we were hoping to find. Can I draw once again? Not. So let's end. I have 1 mana available here, of any color, by the way. Oh, my cards are so small. 2 more turns, Tezzeret. 2 more turns. Well, I could. That is not going to be too relevant here. Why are you not killing the Azor? Do you have another murder? Okay, I could have saved mana to protect my permanents, but Even if we lose Tezzeret, I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, block, of course. Block here, and do I want to kill another one of these? Yes. Of course not. He's going to gain 5 more life. First strike damage. Yeah, that's Pride. I could have it blocked with the Squee actually. It would have made, yeah, blocking with Squee was a better option. So if this goes to the graveyard, we can play this one again. We don't have the excavator anymore. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was a good play because we still have the Shard. Now I'm going to keep mana up for the to the wind, so we don't lose the Apostle. He's going to start gaining angels, but guess what card we are going to be drawing next. My turn. Let's play the excavator. Let's play the island. Let's get Thopter.
A master builds with ease.
Pass the turn and be very careful. We have to watch out this time around to see what actually happens. But problem is, after this, the opponent is going to quit the game. That's a pity. Okay, guys, I think this is game over. We're going to get ready for that emblem from Tezzeret. He's going to lose all the attackers. Okay, goodbye, opponent. By the way, this also helps me in the milling, because it removes lots of basic lands from the opponent's library. I'm going to block nothing, damage. My turn, before my turn starts, I will play the Raff. We mill this guy, mill again, return the Skyscanner, or yeah, let's do that. Done. My turn. With this, we can kill the Squee and try to finish up the opponent, but the end step. Let's get that emblem. Let's. The first time ever I see the emblems in Magic Arena. Let's see how it looks. Pretty lackluster, I should say. Anyways, the Prospector, and try to kill that goblin many times. Yes. Submit. Play the Squee again. Give this Thopter back from the graveyard, draw a card. It's just a useless land. No, we don't need more lands. Play this. Okay, done. Get the Skyscanner from the graveyard. Probably I'm going to kill these two with the Sai. Oh, I have done. We can play that for no mana, which is actually great. Let's kill. Yes, these two are going to get killed. How come I'm running out of time? Let's play Jhoira. I'm right. My turn is going to end. Hurry up, please. Kill, yes, you. Submit. Play Squee. Yeah, done. Well, you. Hurry up, I want to win now. That doesn't matter. Hurry up. Hurry up. No, yeah, I'm going to not play, confirm, no. Yeah, done. The opponent left. Yeah, I wonder why. No bombardment was seen in this video, which was built about the bombardment. We had the emblem of Tezzeret, so even without all that thing, we were going to be able to find the bombardment from the deck and put it into the battlefield, but at this point it wasn't going to matter too much. So I hope you have enjoyed this attempt at playing that enchantment. When we find more beautiful lands and something else, probably we return to that idea, but in a different deck. I think the milling aspect of the deck is fun, but it makes the deck work in a very weird manner. Let's see, do we get something nice? Surveil, rats are, I think the rats are nice. Pax Favor, I can see me using this in some decks, but thanks to the Convoke. Erratic Cyclops, looks nice. 08 for mana, 08, a very strong defender and with trample that can grow when you play sorceries or instants. That's nice. Well, so that's going to be it for today. Until next time, sayonara.